The history of Godzilla the GTR.
The Nissan Skyline GTR is one of the highest performance cars of all time, loved by car enthusiasts, professional racers, and auto fans around the world. However, the Skyline GTRs are not generally popular due to their rarity outside of the Japanese region. The car is now 50 years old and Nissan has just launched the new R35 Nissan GTR Anniversary Edition to celebrate this milestone. Let's learn more about the development history of the Nissan Skyline GTR with JDM Export right now.
Starting.
After World War II, Tachikawa Aircraft Company disbanded and changed its name to Fuji Precision Industries. After many renaming, the manufacturer chose the name Prince Motors to honor the prince who at that time was the Emperor of Japan, Emperor Akihito. Manufacturer Prince Motor first started production of Skyline in 1957, then the company merged with Nissan in 1966, opening the future of Nissan Skyline GTR.
Nissan Skyline GTR First Generation Hakosuka, 1969–1972.
The first generation Nissan GTR, 1969–1972, was the first product since Prince Motors merged with Nissan Corporation. Originally came in sedan form as the Skyline and Prince. In 1969, the GTR was first applied to the Skyline version. This square sedan came with an S20 i6 engine producing 160 horsepower at 7,000 revolutions per minute, and 176 Nm of torque at 5,600 revolutions per minute. In 1971, Nissan launched the KPG C10 Coupe version. In addition to a high-revving engine, the car offered a 5-speed manual transmission, racing seats, Solex carburetors, and a limited slip differential. With over 800 units sold, Hakosuka has been a collector's item with skyrocketing prices.
Nissan Skyline GTR Second Generation 2000 GTR, 1973.
This GTR generation used an inline 6-cylinder engine, i6, paired with a 5-speed manual transmission equipped with disc brakes at the front and rear for the first time. Its nickname was Kenmari, following the influence of the promotional episode that shows a young couple, Ken and Mary, enjoying a vacation in Hokkaido. The second generation was produced during the crisis of the 70s when the purchasing power of cars and sports cars decreased. And unfortunately, Nissan abruptly discontinued the Skyline GTR in response to this event.
Nissan Skyline R31 2000 GTSR, 1985–1989.
In August 1985, years after the oil crisis, Nissan introduced the Skyline R31 2000 GT/SR using a DOHC 6-cylinder engine, i6, with a capacity of 210 horsepower at 6,400 revolutions per minute and maximum torque of 245 Nm at 4,800 revolutions per minute. In time, only 800 R31s were built for the touring car group A Race.
Nissan Skyline GTR R32, 1989–1994.
The Nissan Skyline GTR rise back in 1989 with the Skyline GTR R32. The original Nissan Skyline GTR R32 went into production on May 22, 1989, to meet the demand for 5,000 racing cars. The car used a 4-wheel drive system and a 2.6-liter turbo inline 6-cylinder engine made by Nismo. Its engine produced 382 horsepower at 6,800 revolutions per minute and maximum torque reached 353 Nm at 8,000 revolutions per minute. There were a total of 43,394 R32s, and the white color made up the bulk of it. In 1991, Australia became the first export market of GTR with the R32 series. After the GTR R32 knocked the Ford Sierra Cosworth off the podium at the Australian Touring Car Championship, the Australian media began calling the GTR, Godzilla, the monster from Japan.
Nissan Skyline R33 GTR, 1995–1998.
The Nissan Skyline R33 GTR was launched in January 1995 as the successor and reused the BCN R33 engine and gearbox of the legendary R32. Being about 100 kilograms heavier than the predecessor, the car had improved features on all Skyline GTR's problems. The car had many different versions such as V-Spec, LM, N1, and even 400R, offering a 2.8-liter inline-six called the RBX GT2. Only 44 units of this 394 horsepower model were available, so finding a picture of this model nowadays is pretty hard. The Skyline R33 was also highly rated for safety thanks to being equipped with 5 airbags. With this generation, Nissan also developed a new sedan variant.
Breakthrough generation, Nissan Skyline GTR R34, 1999-2002.
The Skyline R33 was already a good racing coupe, but the R34 was even more than that. The RB26 DETT engine power of the R34 was better than the R33 because it offered a capacity of 276 horsepower at 6,800 revolutions per minute. The Skyline R34 was compared with rivals such as Subaru Impreza 1998, 1999. A breakthrough new piece of equipment in this generation was a 5.8-inch LCD multifunction screen in the center of the dashboard displaying statistics and information from the engine. Information such as G-force, boost pressure, throttle position, and speed at each wheel was all fed into the computer. At that time, the cost of a Skyline GTR with options and full-packed equipment could go up to $90,000. Nissan had equipped the electronically controlled, Atessa ETS Pro traction intervention system at all 4 wheels, AWD, specially designed for road and track use.
The modern generation, Nissan GTR R35, 2007.
Nissan had brought major changes in this generation with a larger and more robust design. Powering the Nissan GTR R35 was a V6 engine block with a capacity of 3.8 liters, producing a maximum capacity of 473 horsepower. Nissan GTR R35, compared to a GTR R34, had good balance and an almost perfect 50-50 weight distribution. And its gearbox was extremely flexible for response and shifting.
The newest generation, Nissan GTR, 2017.
Nissan introduced a new front end to the 2017 GTR with a chrome V-shaped grille connected to the 2 ribs on the bonnet, a more angular and straight front bumper, wider air intakes, and integrated LED daytime running lights. Powering the 2017 Nissan GTR was a V6 engine block, twin turbocharger, and 3.8-liter capacity, producing a maximum capacity of 565 horsepower at 6,800 revolutions per minute and maximum torque of 633 Nm at 3,300 to 5,800 revolutions per minute. Compared to the old version, the 2017 Nissan GTR was 20 horsepower and 5 Nm more powerful. The car used an improved 6-speed dual-clutch transmission to reduce noise and shift gears faster.